Hey everyone, I know this is not a Zoom call, but my wife made plans tonight, and it being my last night at home with her and the kids for the week, I was hoping to not to avoid an argument and having to change those plans for the Zoom call. So hopefully this works and I can upload the video. The ask is that you listen to it thoroughly and questions that I'm sure you'll have if they're pertinent to the front end of this trip. Post them in the chat, and myself, Coach McCoy, Coach Ryland can respond and answer those questions, hopefully quickly, and answer them well for you. So getting right into it, you're going to hear a lot from people, your peers, professors, people when we get to Florida, teammates, etc. Congratulations for making the national meet. And I definitely want to echo that and admit maybe celebrating that is something I need to improve in. So from me to each of you individually, congratulations. What an amazing thing, an opportunity, an accomplishment, a blessing for sure. So from us to you all, congratulations on qualifying. And we're looking forward to this trip. I'm going to start laying out some information for you. Apologies for my voice. And I'll try not to overspeak or give too much detail, but just to give you the information you need on this side of the trip. Okay, so an outline. We are leaving tomorrow, which is Monday afternoon. There's 2 different vans, and for a few different reasons, there's 2 different leave times for those vans. So Coach McCoy's van is leaving at 2:15 from the track, and that will be Jess, Kayleen, and Wyatt, maybe with one additional rider, but you 3 and Coach McCoy. Kayleen, we're going to plan to meet tomorrow morning to get your work in, and then you'll be good to go. The rest of us will leave from the track as well at 4:15 or before if we're ready. But that group, you all will be excused from anything after your 1 o'clock classes. So the plan is for you all to meet at whatever Coach Ryland puts out there, 2 or 2:15, to get your work in. And then we will leave pretty much immediately after. That allows Coach Ryland and myself to get our groups started and maybe even completely through their work tomorrow and see them and be with them for one time of the week before we all roll out. So the plan will be for both groups to end up in the same location. We have some rooms on Tybee Island, which will be interesting. So it's about 5 hours away, a little more. We'll knock out the longer section, the tougher drive, if you will, of the trip tomorrow afternoon and evening, and get to a hotel on the beach, which is, I guess, a little bit bittersweet. Sweet in that it'll be fun, even if we're only there for a few hours, and maybe you get to see the sunrise or go for a walk on the beach that morning, and then bitter because we can't stay. So the plan would be Tuesday morning, depending on Jess, your needs, and Coach McCoy's decision. Van will leave early-ish from the hotel, something like 8 o'clock at the earliest if you guys are getting on the track that day. And the rest of us will leave somewhere right before lunchtime to head down to Gainesville from Tybee Island, which is in Georgia. Another 3 hours or so from Tybee is to Gainesville. Yeah, so most of you will not be getting on the track Tuesday. We'll get you running when you get down to Gainesville. Maybe even take you to the facility to do your run just outside of it in the warm-up area. They have some rubberized lanes, etc. So kind of an investigating day to see what the heck is the facility's like, what our rhythms are going to be like there. Obviously be checked into our hotel for the duration at that point on Tuesday. Okay. Also Tuesday is the Teaming Up for Character event. We're taking 3 people at least to that, and anybody can join those 3 if they want. Kayleen, Macy, and Wyatt. I'll take you over for the Teaming Up for Character event Tuesday evening. We're just going to be facilitating kind of like Outdoor Nationals, but the Special Olympics event that's happening from, I think it's 5 to 6:45 essentially, at the inside the track, so in the facility where we'll be competing, where you all will be competing. We'll have a devotional Tuesday night. Wednesday, we'll start posting your practice times. There's a little bit more detailed practice windows for this facility. It's smaller. It's a bank track, so it can be more dangerous to have too many things going on at once. So there's a window for the track, for the oval rather, for the horizontals, and then Wyatt, we have a special window for you on Tuesday for race walk only. So those details will come, and all this stuff that I'm looking at now, hopefully post simultaneously with this video, our general travel plan itinerary. That's Wednesday. Wednesday evening, most of you that have gone to these before are familiar with the student athlete experience. It's casual. It will be very much like cross, supposed to be a speaker, an awards opportunity, and it'll be brief. There will not be a meal involved. So we'll have plans for that afterwards on Wednesday. And then Thursday starts competition with race walk, 5K prelims, DMR prelims. All those actually are prelims. That morning, Coach Ryan will have devotional and on from there. And then we're obviously competing Friday and Saturday. Without getting into any more of the details, some of that's already unnecessary. Some of the more big picture stuff, Saturday evening, we will plan from essentially dinner time when the meet ends to try to get a couple of hours down the road, not more than that, probably to Jacksonville-ish, or if we go a different direction, about 2 hours. We'll try to drive Saturday after the meet to make Sunday a little less grueling of a trip back, and to help selfishly to give it back to my family on Sunday, get you guys back to campus and get ready for a new week, which always turns into quite a whirlwind that second week after nationals. Okay, so that's enough of that. What else do you need to know? There is laundry services available at the hotel. I'll be prepared to do a load or two for you all, especially particularly for any team gear stuff or competition warm-up type of gear you might need to be rewashed. So that will be happening probably Thursday after the first day of competition, maybe Friday, we'll see. Normally we do gold day 1 and white day 2. We'll keep that rhythm. And then Saturday, ideally you're in gold again, but as long as we're in team gear, we'll be good to go for that Saturday portion. You'll have meal money and your Nationals gift, a piece of apparel that we'll hand out to you sometime tomorrow. Might be at the hotel when we all get there, or maybe do it right before you leave. The meal money is a nice gift. It's more than what you'll need, to be sure. It'll also cover some of your incidentals, extra snacks, stuff, needs that pop up while we're there. So you'll have meal money for enough for 5 or 6 meals, plus the incidentals. And we'll still buy some meals on top of that, obviously. And your breakfasts will all be covered in the hotel. And that's something you need to know. So that's gear. Shoe-wise, obviously there's some higher observation now with shoes. So we'll travel with our full spike repair kit, spike replacement kit. But if you know you have those needs, it might be good to go ahead and get ahead of that before we get to the hotel and even before we leave. That's a shoes thing. What else do we have? I think that covers a lot of the main points. Yes, the hotel has laundry. Yes, they obviously serve breakfast and have Wi-Fi. I don't know what other questions you might have. Please do communicate well with your professors. They'll get an email about your time of absence, but this extended of an absence, I do highly recommend for your professors to get a message from you explaining where you are and what you're doing. And that's my advice, my guidance for you all. Okay, I'm going to take 20 seconds to rack my brain, make sure I'm not forgetting any major pieces of information. We talked about leave times, travel plan, practice and obligations while we're down there, uniforms. If you have the old white one and like it, and you're in an individual event and want to use it, that's no problem. The DMRs, we need to be in gold both times. So that's a side note there. If you have the old white one, it's absolutely still fine to use, except unless you're in the DMR, then we'll use the matching gold. That's all I have off the top. That's over a 10-minute video already. I'm excited to be with you. A lot of people are pulling for you. And so we're going to do our best to make this trip about having a heart that's full of joy and not fear, of joy and not stress, and let the word ring over and over again from you guys' mouths and from your spirit of, man, I'm just really free to fly around this week and compete freely. So I hope that marks us. I hope that marks our staff as we engage with you all and push you and challenge you and love you well. Yeah, that's it for me. I'm sure I missed major things probably, but please, after you watch this, ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions to the group, to the band, as opposed to just asking each other. We'll do our best to take care of you. Looking forward to the trip, and spending good time with you all and having an amazing experience. Have a good night, and please let me close with some prayer here. Lord, thank you for these student athletes and the staff. Would you bless us with safe travels? And as you bless us with so many things, God, help us to reflect that blessing to others, to our teammates, those on the travel party, and those we don't even know. God, you're good, and our prayer is that your goodness would overflow and be evident in the way we treat each other and the way we walk through this world. In Jesus' name, amen. I love you guys. Hope I can talk better tomorrow. Bye-bye.